Hey, what's up guys? This is Steel Rain and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an overview of the brand new CL Racing F4S flight controller. And I believe this is going to be a superior flight controller. It's kind of changing the way everybody's going to look at flight controllers here in the future. And pretty exciting, just hit the shelves. I think everybody's going to love this thing, and it's just going to pretty much, from this point on, with my fleets, it's going to take over flight controllers, especially for the price. So we'll go ahead and get into this. This is going to be my part one review, kind of overview. The second part is going to be setup of the camera control and a few other features of this board. So we'll go ahead and get into it. First of all, it comes with the flight controller, as you can see here, and it comes with these little gummies that were separated from the board, but pretty awesome. You could that they supply these for vibration control, even though this board does have an MPU 6000 gyro, which is relatively quiet. That's a good feature to have to eliminate any other vibrations, which is always a plus. Of course, it comes with the case, nice plastic case, foam insert, so it keeps it nice and protected there and everything. And it also comes, throw that to the side, with this 4-in-1, I guess it's a JST SH 1mm connector. So it also supports going from a 4-in-1 ESC to the board itself. So we'll go ahead and get started with some of its technical specifications. What's awesome about this board is that it takes 2 to 6S LiPo. It says 5 to 30 volts. That's pretty awesome. Most boards usually only take upwards of a 4S LiPo, some maybe a 5, but you don't see too many take a 6S, so that's pretty awesome. On its power rail, it's selectable. You could choose between 3.3 volts, 5 volts, 9 volts, and the voltage from the battery. So that's pretty awesome as well. It supports 132 amps on the current sensor, and the power distribution board is capable of up to 160 amps. So pretty awesome. The printed circuit board is also 6-layer, 2-ounce copper, so pretty robust there. It's a normal size flight controller, 36 by 36 millimeters, with mount holes at 30.5 by 30.5 millimeters, so standard size. The CPU is the Storm 32 F405 RGT6, so F405 chip. It rocks the MPU 6000 gyro. Like I said, really reliable gyro, not a lot of noise, so not going to have a lot of problems with that. But even if you did on your build, you have the built-in gummies here, so pretty awesome. Okay, and next, it does have a full SD card slot. Go ahead and flip that over so you can see it right there. Pretty awesome. Pretty good feature for black box loggers. I know Joshua Bardwell really enjoy this flight controller because of that. So also has a built-in 5-volt 2-amp BEC. So that's pretty robust. It's going to pretty much power anything you throw at it for the most part. So that's pretty good. Like I said, user selectable 9-volt, 5-volt rails, 3.3 volt to support your Spectrum satellite. Pretty good, at 2 amps. And it's also filtered BEC for your camera and VTX pads. So even better, you're not going to get any of the lines in your video. So there is dedicated camera settings and control pads, along with camera power signal pads. Go ahead and flip it over and show you here. As you can see up here, you got your 2 camera pads here. And these are the main pads right here you want to pay attention to. Camera C is your camera control pad. So basically, where the dongle used to plug into the back of your run cam or Fox Ear or whatnot camera that supports the dongle to change your camera settings, that's where you would solder on right there, camera control pad. And the new Betaflight 3.2 should be supported. That'll be in my next video. I'll go ahead and show you how to set that up. That would be the camera signal pad right there to go ahead and connect your camera, and there's the OSD chip, so it would pass through the OSD chip. And then down here are your VTX pads, VTX signal, power and ground, all the normal stuff. So your video will come out here to your VTX. So pretty awesome. We'll go ahead and go on with the next. It says it has a dedicated VTX connection along with TX4, transmit 4 for easy connect and to control any VTX, which is pretty cool. So it doesn't leave you guessing there. TX4 is basically to hook that up and control your milliwatt output and your channel and band and everything. Of course, built-in Betaflight OSD, already pointed out the OSD chip. It has 4 UARTs, which is pretty awesome, plus the USB. So you'll have UART 1, UART 3, UART 4, and UART 6. So pretty awesome there. It's also got supports the 5-volt LED strip output. That's pretty cool. That's going to be right there. As you can see, there's a ground and a 5-volt pad there. So you'll have good LED strip access, at least for 5-volt. 4 motors in each corner, so it's a perfect Betaflight layout. This will be ESC 1 or motor 1, 2, 3, and 4. So perfect Betaflight layout. Of course, this is the front of the board. This is the rear. So pretty awesome there. Let's see here. It does support S-Bus, and it has hardware inverters for both the telemetry and the receiver itself. It also supports the Spectrum satellite receiver. It supports iBus and TBS Crossfire. So pretty much the whole gamut of receivers and protocols it's going to support with no issues. So like I said, dedicated hardware inverter connected to UART 3 for smart port telemetry, so no more hacks for that. It's got hardware inverters for both the receiver and the telemetry, so it makes it even easier on us guys. Like I said, the 4-in-1 ESC socket, it supports an external 4-in-1 ESC because basically if you don't want to use individual ESCs, you just get your 4-in-1 and then plug it into here. Now what's cool about this socket is it's a 6-pin socket, and it supports motor 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it also supports, say if your 4-in-1 has a current sensor on it, you could plug that directly into this wire directly into your 4-in-1, plugs in directly into here, and it reads the current correctly once you have the scale and all that set inside of Betaflight. So pretty awesome feature there. And then there's ground pin, of course. So 6 pins, very cool feature there that they included. Supports both smart audio and any other feature that changes your VTX power and band and all that fun stuff. So pretty awesome board there. Flip it over here. Here we got a couple buzzer pads. So the previous CL Racing F4 board had a built-in buzzer. I'm guessing they did this for space, but you have the option to solder on your own right there to those buzzer pads. You also have TX1 and 6 up here, these 2 pads here. So connect any peripherals that you'd like. Down here, there's your shunt resistor for current sensing. Pretty awesome, and like I said, it's good up to 132 amps, which is going to support most people's needs. And then these are your main battery solder on pads, your battery leads. So really not much down here to the bottom of the board. Of course, there's your main CPU F4 chip there. Go ahead and flip it back over. And of course, you got your USB there. There's your boot button there, but nowadays I think boot buttons are almost kind of obsolete, OSD chip, there's your gyro chip there. You can see the row capacitors here. Normal electronics for the most part. Over here you'll see you have your 5-volt selectable pad. You just solder a bridge in between there, and the 9 volts already selected. So pretty awesome there. And let's see, we'll go ahead and check out and see what else is next. Like I said, it pretty much supports everything you're going to be able to throw at it. So pretty awesome board. I'm pretty excited to be testing this out. I think this is going to be a killer for most everybody. I mean, especially it's about 34, 35 bucks. Go ahead and check the video description on two awesome places you could get this board, either Pyroflip or Race Day Quads. Both awesome vendors. Get you, I mean, usually by the time you order a board like this, it's to you within, you know, anywhere between 2 to 4 days in the continental US. So pretty awesome. But as you can see here, all four corners has your signal input and positive and negative for your ESCs. So you also solder your signal ground to the negative on all four corners. And that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, you got your RX, other UARTs you could solder things onto here. And like I said up here, here's your main S bus for FreeSky, the 5-volt out for the FreeSky to power it, and the ground. Here's a satellite pad right here for your Spectrum satellite. Also the 3.3 volt pad. And here is the, I believe, I haven't tested this board yet, but I believe this is the FreeSky telemetry pad. It does say telemetry. We're going to test out if that's the inverted one, but I don't see anywhere else where it could be. So, you know, you also have your camera pads here, all four of them, power, ground, the one for signal in for OSD pass through, and then your one for camera control, and then your motor 2 and 4 pads. So pretty basic, simple layout. I think it's gonna be a really awesome board, guys. I'm gonna have this thing hooked up and show you guys how to hook it up with some video on how to get your camera working and all that fun stuff in the second video. That way this video doesn't run on for too long. So pretty much it, guys. As you can see, normal SD card slot. Not much to the bottom of the board, a lot more on top, but you know, they keep, like they say, they're keeping it simple and stupid, you know, just real easy connections and all that. So with that being said, guys, this is going to be the end of my short video and overview of this flight controller. Pretty excited once again. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video and would like to see how to hook it up here in the future, that'll be coming up within the next week or two. I'm going to go ahead and be fiddling with it and release either another video or two of showing you guys how to go ahead and hook up everything. So if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them in the normal place down below. And once again, guys, thank you for watching, and keep an eye out for my next videos on this, along with a couple others I'm going to be releasing here soon. Also have a TBS Crossfire coming in, the JR module with the micro receiver, so I'm going to go ahead and be testing that out on a long-range build, along with some other builds coming up here shortly. So thanks, guys, for watching. Take it easy.